All right, so let's go over these. Okay, so we're talking about 10 tips to improve your workflow today. And I've got my notes here. So the first one, be aware of your time. Second, mechanics are important. Third, get a better network. Four, hire when possible, as long as it doesn't take away focus. Five, notes and journaling are vital. Six, use technology. Do not let it use you. Seven, be prepared the day before. Eight, start your day off strong. Nine, calendars are important. So is budget timing. 10, seasons are an asset. I think I still spelled it wrong. Anyways, asset. Um, so let's go over the first story here. Beware of your time. Mechanics are important and getting a better network. Beware of your time. Time is the only thing that people don't usually put value to. And it's very important that you are aware where you're wasting time. Not so much on the other time at all. So the easiest way to do this is kind of just like when you're cleaning your house. Usually when people clean their house, they look at the whole picture and they go, "Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this because I'm overwhelmed. My brain is stressed. I can't focus. It's just too much." And that's how people also are with their time, and they can't focus and they can't really improve their skills and their habits because they're looking at the bigger picture. And whenever you look at a bigger picture, yes, it's very overwhelming. It's very stressful. So a tip on this one is when you're being aware of your time, dedicate time. So don't look at the whole picture and like, oh my God, how am I going to possibly fit like all this, my kids, my family, my spouse, my business, people coming in to fix my house, maintaining my budget, keeping track of my investments. Don't look at the bigger picture. You really just need to say, okay, what do I want to do in my time? So just say, okay, well, I want to meditate. I want to get up early. I want to spend more time with my kids. I want to exercise. I want to make sure that I reach out to 50 new clients. I want to make sure I do follow-ups and XYZ, right? So you have to first determine what you want to get done with your time. And the easiest way to do that is, of course, write it down. So write it down, say, hey, this is what I want to do each day. This is what I want to do each week. And this is what I want to do each month. Some examples. So each day would be like your task that you want to improve your habits. Your weekly stuff would be more like maybe if you want to go see friends, you want to go donate some time, money, things like that. And number three, the monthly stuff would be more like if there's a large, like maybe if you get paid a bonus or something like that once a month, or you have like these hobbies that you love to do but they don't really serve you in your business. Maybe make that more of a monthly thing. Don't try to do your hobbies or the things that you're not gonna use to excel you or grow your network. Don't make that like a daily, weekly thing, because it's really just taking away of your focus on what is gonna make you better and grow yourself. Now, if you don't like your job, consider making your hobby your job, and then that would be a whole other video. Anyways, let's move on. Two, mechanics are important. So going on with your time, mechanics are also important. So if there is like a piece of machinery, if there's a phone, if there's an app, if there is a service, if there is a person, if there is maybe a location, really focus on things that you can do to move yourself in a position that you can get things done faster. And what I mean with this, because mechanics and position sounds like totally opposite, but what I mean with this, if you need a piece of equipment to make things faster, consider how else you can get that. Take out a loan, ask a friend, borrow it, buy it used. You know, just make sure that you know what you need. That's going to save you time on your day-to-day tasks, because that's going to add up huge in your future, and it's going to make you be able to be more efficient. It's going to make you less stressed. It's going to give you more opportunity to be better at your skills, and also give you more free time. So make sure that you are looking at the mechanics stuff of what you're doing daily, weekly, monthly, seasonally, and saying, hey, I always get stuck. For example, me, I didn't have a notebook so long ago. I have this amazing notebook. I paid some good money just for a notebook. I think this thing was like $16. Yes, it's quite a bit for a notebook. However, this paper is amazing. I can write on both sides. It doesn't bleed. It also has a pocket for like papers. It also has this little thing to put my pen so I don't use my pen. So there was a lot of benefits to it. It also has, perforated pages I can pull out. So, in my mechanics before this, I would either write on my small journal, my journals, I always keep smaller so I could take them with me, or I wrote on just random sheets of paper that I would later put in my journal for more a reference that I can look back at, or I would take the notes right on my computer, which could also get lost really easily because the notes on the computer are not as efficient because they get lost. So mechanics are important. So make sure that if you always find yourself stumble over something, ask yourself, how can I improve this? So 3, get a better network. This is going to be huge. Huge. You know, I was just taking mentoring with Grant Cardone, and he mentioned this, and I was like, you're right. I didn't really connect it too much. And I have been working toward this, improving my network for at least a year now. Really just letting go the people that aren't growing me or not aligning with me, or is a total different life path and journey. And really just focusing on the people that I can help and grow and be a better mentor to, and friends, and really really honoring my network. And like I said, a lot of this, like I said, I was doing, but it really didn't hit me until Grant actually pointed out that he said, your network is your net worth. And I was like, you're right. Your network is your net worth. And the reasoning behind this is because the people you surround yourself is gonna, one, give you opportunities. They're more likely to recommend you. They can build skills that you're working on. Also, there are also people you can network with other people too, which I do all the time. Like, I'm like, hey, I know somebody that does that, and they're in your area. I was like, let me hook you up. In fact, this weekend I had a cookout, and two of the ladies that were here, they were like, "Wow, you don't live very far from me," and they started talking, and they got along really well. And since then, they have continued that connection. Like 2 weeks ago, I talked to a gentleman on my social media. Same thing. That he was looking for a personal assistant. I knew somebody that does personal assistants out of their house, connected them, and they're working together. So, there's always, people that you can connect. And then also there's people that you can grow and learn from too. So your network is important. All right. Number 4, hire when possible, as long as it doesn't take away focus. Okay, so this one is big, especially the bigger you get, the more you're going to have to offload, the more you're going to have to put trust in other people. I've had many people work in my home as well as work outside my home and do services and things for me. So there's a couple key takeaways I want to make very clear here. And one is on the second part of this, as long as it doesn't take away focus. For example, I had a number of people clean my house over the years, and the ones that I really just had to let go because of this lack of focus that I was having, I just had to take that step and say, hey, this isn't working out, thank you for your time. You have to make those boss moves, right? And the reason why, let me tell you why I had to do it. Well, the one that's very clear, I had to do it twice. So the one that's really clear was this lady, she smoked. So she would always, ask to take smoke breaks. She would always interrupt me in my calls and my other things that I was doing in house. She would always ask for like confirmation on the things that I wrote down on her list. She always was, coming and asking me, questions that had really nothing to do with, cleaning. So it was constantly being bombarded by questions and wants and just really taking away from my focus, which was really making me frustrated for one, but also I wasn't being my best. It wasn't the reason why I hired her. If I had to constantly work over her shoulder and give her praise, then it was taking away from my work and other things I was doing with my family and my house and everything, my pets and everything else. So you really have to make sure that when you hire, it doesn't take away focus. And this is in the business world. Let me name you one. In the business world, if you have somebody constantly calling you and asking you questions where you already had laid out a clear plan, you went over the information, you gave them a route of direction to contact you, and they're not following that, it might be about time that you reevaluate your hiring. And you might want to definitely let that person go, because you're going to be in so much better space with the right people working beside you, instead of somebody that you're going to constantly manage and they cannot follow guidance. So they're just not improving. So, number 5, notes and journaling are vital. Okay, again, notes, journaling, I can't say this enough of how much it helps. Just like in school, when we take notes, when we, write down details on stuff, when we try to remember people's names, places, everything. When you write it down, you are disconnecting from it so you can analyze it. And also, you don't have to worry about losing the information or trying to remember it and then forgetting it because something happened in your life. So, journaling, notes, you just have to do it. You have to get better at doing it. Don't worry about spelling. Go get an Alexa like I do. Literally, I ask her a gazillion questions a day on spelling, description, everything. So definitely get something that's going to be quick and easy to check. Another pinpoint here, which I'll cover in number 6, use technology. Do not let it use you. Like I said, again, I use Alexa, Amazon Echo, it's called, but I just call it Alexa because you have to say, hey, Alexa, which luckily she's not saying anything. But I got to re-hook up the one in here. So yeah, so it's very important that you use the technology to get things done faster. And like I said, a tip here, use Alexa over, I don't know about the Google Home. I don't have, I told you, because I just put her in here. Okay, so I just moved offices, so the location needs to be reset. So I recommend that you get an Echo over maybe a Google Home. I don't know. I never had a Google Home, but definitely over Siri or like some other thing that's going to take up time to check like spelling or to check a definition or to check a fact or something or a quick math problem. Okay. Had a little interruption there, but we're back. Okay. So definitely the Echo is going to be your best bet because it's the fastest. You just say one name. You don't have to say a whole phrase like with Hey Siri. Hey Siri is slow. I hate to say it. Sorry, Siri. I know you hear me. It's just slow. And it's only by a couple seconds, but it makes a difference when you're trying to get stuff done. So I highly recommend getting an Echo. I can't say that enough. I've been using it for so long now, and it has helped so much on math problems, on spelling, on looking up stuff. It's just so quick. Okay. So, other again, use technology. Don't let it use you. I want to put another tip here. So when you're on social media, when you are like filming something that you want to post, if you don't have a schedule for those things, it's so easy to get sucked into social media. And I find myself still to this day getting sucked in when I don't want to be, when I have a clear like thing that I'm coming in there for. And then I'm like, what the heck was I doing in here? And again, this is where I need to be aware of like, number one, be aware of my time. So I got to improve in this area. So the idea with technology is to use it to stay connected, but don't let it overwhelm you. There's so many notifications, there's so many things that are going on there that people want to get your attention. You have to make it very clear on your intention of using that social media for something or to connect with somebody. So make sure that you're not having the technology use you, you are using the technology. Okay. Number 7, be prepared the day before. This has been huge for me. And it's so simple to forget. But just laying out your clothes the night before is just a no-brainer once you start doing it. You make your bed, you have your, you make your bed in the morning, you already have your clothes prepared. You can go work out, you can journal, you can write your goals still. You can just relax. You can relax, you can go watch the sunrise, you can go spend time with your family, you can make breakfast. You don't have to worry about what the heck are you going to wear today because you already took care of that the night before when you were still like wide awake and focused. So definitely prepare the day before, and then also on your goals or anything that needs to be taken care of the next day. You don't want to forget. You want to set some reminders. Okay. So number 8, start your day off strong. Again, being prepared is definitely a good way to start your day off strong. And some other ones is to journal. Make sure you write down your goals. Make sure that you know what you need to get done. So if there's phone calls, if there's meetings, you make sure you have all the information already prepared. And I definitely recommend you prepare it a couple days ahead of time, especially on meetings, on important conferences. You want to have notes already done, you want to have questions already lined up you're going to ask the person. So make sure that you are prepared a couple of days ahead, especially when it has to do with a meeting or preparing something, because something's going to happen, and it always does, and you're going to be stressing out, blaming something else for it, because this is the natural way people will react. However, at the end of the day, it's your own darn fault. So it is your own darn fault. And I find myself doing this, which I've gotten better and more disciplined. But, when I don't prepare and I try to save it all for the last minute and I put it together and my ink ran out, I can't find the paper, I can't find a pen, I can't find my notes, I can't find the business card. And I was like, oh my God, seriously, why can't anything go right? And at the end of the day, the only person that I have to blame is myself because I was not prepared. All right. So important. Be prepared the day before. Number 8, start your day off strong. Oh, excuse me. We did that. Be prepared. Okay. So we were talking about start your day off strong. That kind of, like I said, can go in. It's kind of interlapping, we can say. But also other things to start your day off strong. Like I said, meditation. I don't think I said meditation. Meditation, journaling, go over your goals, be clear on what you're going to be doing. So that's always strong. People exercise in the morning. So yeah, if you have the time in the morning and you're focused enough, go get your exercise done. You'll feel better. So if anything else comes out during the day, you won't be stressed because you've already taken care of that. Um, yeah, even you can even say prepare your meals too. So that would be a good one that you could do on number 7, which also will start your day off strong. All right, so number 9, calendars are important. So is budgeting time. Calendars. Now, this is one thing I see a lot of people falling off on, especially when they work at home. They forget the days. The days just keep going. It's just like, what day is it? What time, what day do I have that other meeting? And they're constantly trying to figure out, when the next, event is or when the next thing is, because they have the technology to remember it all. And which is great. Technology is wonderful. But when you don't have an actual calendar, showing like the month or your year, and you have some like little boxes that you just kind of like put something on, then you're constantly re-looking up this information, and it's a waste of time. So seriously, just get a little desk calendar. I've got one here. And I'm gonna actually get a better one because this one's kind of crappy because it has the huge squares, and I want smaller squares and more days. But choose whatever one you want. Um, so yeah, but once you have that visual, you're just like, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing today, exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. I have all these things like penciled in, so I can stay focused and I don't have to constantly look where everything's at on my laptop, on my phone, because with technology it's great, but it's not the best use of your time to constantly look up these things or use a password and you can't find the password, and then you're looking for the password to get logged into your account. So it's endless. All right. 10, seasons are an asset. So seasons are an asset, and this is why. Each season has something that you can focus on to better use your time and your resources. For example, I do paint, but I don't paint usually in the summer. Actually, I don't think I've ever painted in the summer. I don't usually paint even in the spring because that's when I do a lot of traveling. I don't even really paint much in the fall because, that's when you're getting into the holidays and stuff. The only time I really paint, like really, really paint, is winter because it's a down season. I'm home more. There's a lot more night hours, so not getting out as much, or not wanting to get out much. You can get out if you really want to, but so that I use that season to focus on more of my painting and just have it, be relaxing during the winter seasons. And then, for example, in the spring, I do most of my networking, traveling. I set up my year for longer term things for the summer, so for events in the summer, for things like that would be further in the year, things I need to concentrate. So winter is kind of also my prepared season. Like I start preparing for the next year. Like I go, okay, what do I want to do in spring, summer, fall? And it's not set in stone. So don't confuse that. You don't have to make it set in stone, but you do have to have at least a little guideline. Say, okay, I think I want to do this, 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 and this, and this, and use the seasons. So for the summer, you want to make sure all your notes are together for whatever you're going to be doing in the summer, spring is the season that you want to have, prepared more. And then summer, you're going to implement. So summer, you're going to implement, you're probably going to do most of your traveling. You're probably going to be doing more your interaction one-on-one. Fall, a little bit downtime, but still working through, finishing off projects, start gearing up for end of year stuff. Really looking back at your goals and seeing where you're at, see what things that you still want to excel at before the end of the year. So again, seasons are an asset. Use them. And don't think that, you have to do everything like every day, every week, every month, because it's overwhelming. The life should be fun. You should always have time to enjoy what you're doing and not be stressed out thinking that, hey, I got to do this every single day to make an impact. I have to do this every single week to make an impact, every single month to make an impact. You can literally break up your life into seasons and have the same amount of impact, but even better because it's more focused. Think of it this way also: when movies or series come out, they usually tape a whole bunch and then release them over time. So think about that. You could do the same thing with your social media. You could do the same thing with your YouTube channel. You could do the same thing with any major events that might be coming up. You can already have those assets ready to be released during those seasons and make any necessary adjustments you need as they come up. So I hope that helped you guys. Again, this is 10 tips to improve your workflow. And my name is Amena K. Thornton. And look out for more of these videos. You can find them under the Success, Motivation, and Mindset series on YouTube, here on amena.media. We also have these available, or I have them available as well as a podcast, One Up with Amena K. A lot of things go into that as well, so you can listen to them anywhere you're at. To get to that channel easily, you can go to amena.fm. Make sure that you do subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get the notifications when another video comes out, as well as get the notification for the amazing series that I have here: Message of Hope, Stories from Struggle to Success, Connections, and anything else that gets added. Anyhow, guys, thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. I just had somebody come to my door, and apparently it's somebody for me because my daughter just walked in the room and just gave me that, like, are you coming? All right, so take care, and I'll talk to you soon.